Good morning, Unity of San Antonio. Ooh, that was pretty good. You're awake. All right. Let's bring this morning into Roar.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I sat quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. Let me push you past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up. Hey, already freshened off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake your ground. You held me down, but I got up. Hey, get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I've got the eye of the tiger fighter, dancing through the fire, cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion, cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Butterfly, stinging like a bee, I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up. Hey, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Hey, get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I've got the eye of the tiger, fire, dancing through the fire, cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion, cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar.
Wow. Hello, San Antonio. Thank you, music team. All of you are amazing. You got us rocking and off our feet today. All right, I'd like to invite the children to come up with me, please. Everybody come up. I've got my teachers up, so we're looking good. As they're coming up, I'll say, I'll introduce myself. My name is Tammy Carrillo. I'm the Youth Ministry Director here at Unity of San Antonio. And every Sunday, we welcome and bless our youth and teens with a youth candle lighting ritual. We're going to open with a call and response that allows us to affirm the truth of our youth and for our youth to affirm that truth for themselves. Your words are going to be on the screen, and then the youth are going to respond with an I am statement. All right, do I have a youth volunteer? Lincoln, you want to help me? Thank you. All right, ready? God is life.
I am life.
God is light.
I am light.
God is joy.
I am joy.
God is love.
I am love.
God is beauty.
I am beauty.
God is peace.
I am peace.
God is power.
I am power.
All these things God is, I am.
All these things God is, I am.
Yes, you are. Thank you. All right, we have a children and teen blessing, if you'll join me, please. Children and teens, we know who you are. You are the light of God. We love you, we bless you, we celebrate you, and we see you doing great things. All right, nice and loud. We have a blessing for our family and friends.
Families, we love you, we bless you, we believe in you, and we truly appreciate you.
Namaste.
I
Good morning, Unity of San Antonio. Shall we start our time together with prayer? If it's comfortable, just allow your eyes to gently close. And if you would, I invite you to allow my words to be your words. This morning, I remind myself yet again that there is only one power, one presence, one love, one beauty, one life in which I live and move and have my being. And I remind myself yet again that because there is only one, I must be an expression or an emanation of this one, because I cannot be outside of the only thing that is. And so I bring myself into alignment with the truth that the life of this spirit flows through every atom of my being, revitalizing and reinvigorating every part of my physical body. And I bring myself into alignment with the truth that the abundance that is God is my abundance. And it flows through every atom of my being with joy and enthusiasm, quickening my mind and sourcing my every word and action. The life of God is my life. The love of God is my love. The peace of God is my peace. The wisdom of God is my wisdom. The joy of God is my joy. And the harmony that is God is my harmony. And the mind that I use is the mind of God at the point where it individuates as me, and so all creative ideas are available to me. And so this morning I do more than just know this truth. I accept it. I surrender to it. I surrender to the truth that this infinite presence in all its fullness is expressing as me. And as I accept and surrender to this foundational truth, I discover a joy, a delight welling up in me, for I am supported and held in the astonishingly and profoundly perfect embrace of the living love and presence that is God. And because it is so, I accept it as so, and so it is.
Not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light.
Mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I've left behind. I am light. I am light.
I am light. not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light.
All I can say is wow. You guys, the first time I came in here and I heard the music, I thought, I am home. And whether they're waking you up or making you, your harmony, just amazing. Very talented. Another round of applause for our fantastic musicians. Good morning. Okay. Isn't this a great place to be this morning? Okay. My name is Inez Lancaster, and I am privileged to be your host this morning. I want to welcome you to Unity of San Antonio, and we are so glad that you're here this morning. Unity of San Antonio is a spiritual community committed to love, inclusion, and spiritual growth. We draw wisdom from many traditions, and we offer practical spiritual tools that help us live with greater peace, clarity, and joy in everyday life. We believe each of us is a unique expression of the divine, and we are here to support one another in unfolding that sacred potential. Whoever you are, and wherever you are on your journey, you are welcome here. Prayer is one of the ways that we actively participate in our spiritual growth. At Unity, we pray by affirming truth, the highest possibility already alive within you. It took me a long time to realize that. If you'd like support in holding that vision, our prayer chaplains are here. And in the seat back in front of you, there's a prayer card which you can use to submit a prayer intention by filling it out and placing it in the offering basket. You are also welcome to meet with a prayer chaplain after service. Our online requests can be submitted through the prayer link on our website. All requests are confidential. 2 of our prayer chaplains are here today. Would you please stand so that we can acknowledge serving in this sacred role today? Thank you. Thank you. Every Sunday, we like to reacquaint ourselves with why we do what we do by affirming our purpose statement. Please join me in saying, through the pursuit of truth in both the seen and unseen, we are a catalyst for fostering a loving and authentic spiritual community rooted in belonging, acceptance, and peace. Before we get started with announcements, I'd like to invite you to check out our new Unity of San Antonio app. Our app makes it easy to stay connected. You can submit prayer requests, view upcoming events, and register with ease. Give effortlessly and securely, and watch or listen to previous messages. Head to the website, and at the top of the page, click on Download our app. Even I can do that, and I'm not very technical. Okay, I want to welcome Gary, followed by Heather, and then Shelby to the platform for some announcements. All right, I'm going to try to step down from you.
Hola. This morning I have for you some announcements. Hey, that's how we say it at YOU Rally. So, first thing is a reminder about our Unity Table. For those who may not have heard before, a Unity Table is an opportunity for you to host a small group of people, 3 to 5, more if you like, and any activity that you might imagine. Could be dinner at your house, could be a trip to the botanical gardens. You're responsible for the cost of that event, and folks bid on that, and then that money comes back to the church. It's a little bit of a fundraiser, but more of a way to make connection. Wanted to let you know that you'll find applications on the long table in the community room. Also wanted to let you know that the 29th is the deadline for those, and we will be having a wonderful luncheon on April the 12th, at which all will be revealed. So please sign up to be a host. We could use a few more, and we hope we see some more applications. The other thing I wanted to let you know about, pardon me, is that on the 29th, the prayer chaplains will hold a Q&A. If you've ever thought about being a prayer chaplain, it's a wonderful opportunity to at least come and check it out. This is my second stint as a prayer chaplain, and I can tell you it's a very meaningful service that enhances my own prayer practice. So I hope you'll consider coming out for that short Q&A. Thanks.
So when I was in Girl Scouts, it was keep announcements short and sweet. They're so boring. But we would start with announcements, that part. So we'll keep it short and sweet. All right, so I'm here to talk about our Sangha circles, just to remind you about the beauty and the just, I just absolutely love them. So we have 2 Sangha circles right now that are happening on Tuesdays. One meets here every single Tuesday night, and then the other one meets Converse, Live Oak area, Schertz area every other Tuesday. But it's a deeper dive into what we're talking about on Sundays, or what Reverend Nina's message is on Sundays. But it's even more than that, and it's really blossomed into we're on a group text with each other, and truly, pretty much every day we see some kind of beauty come out of those texts that everybody's connected to. Just a, hey, I love you, or here's a beautiful meme, or here's a, have a great day. And when events of the world are happening, it's not, the fear and the angst about it, but let's center in, and let's send a peace, and let's send a prayer for today. So if you want a deeper connection, and you want to be reminded every single day of what this beautiful community stands for, come talk to me. We'll get you hooked into one of those Sangha circles, and you will get hooked, because they're addicting. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And then the other announcement, just really quick, is we have our Easter choir starting. Come see me today if you want to be added to that list. Today is the last day to be put on that list, and then we'll actually be doing a quick 5-minute get together next week after church, because we do have our community meeting next week. But then we'll have 2 Sundays before Easter. The music is simple. It's beautiful. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come see me if you want to do that. Thank you. Love you.
It's been a while since I've been up here. Hi, everybody. Oh, you look so good. Hi, friends. Okay, quick announcement. We are needing a volunteer, maybe 2, to help out in the gardens, and I really wish I had a green thumb because I would sign up, but I do not, and y'all don't want me doing that to Unity. So if y'all have a green thumb, please reach out to Loretta. Is Loretta here? Can you? Yeah, there she is. So after service, maybe meet up with her if you are interested. If not, you can also contact Kelly. So let's see what the message is today. Okay, bye everybody.
Yeah, so lots of stuff going on. Let's see, where was I? I want to briefly highlight what's happening in our community during the month of March. Opportunities to connect, grow, and serve. If you're looking to take these teachings deeper, consider joining a Sanger group near you to unpack the Sunday message with others, or A Course in Miracles. In May, we'll be offering Keys to the Kingdom, a program about aligning with the spiritual laws that support lasting prosperity and harmony. If what you're craving is connection, you might consider Wowza, our women's group. And I want to tell you, I am so grateful to be a part of that. You get to know each other a little bit more, and it's awesome. And thank you for starting that. We have a men's group, our Zoom healing circle, and hospitality every Sunday. So you can join us April 5th for Easter pancake breakfast. Our board is cooking. If you're feeling called to serve, you could join the Earth Care team and get involved in their many activities. Become a prayer chaplain, or you might also consider becoming a volunteer. It's a great way to make connections. A reminder that our Be the Change fundraiser, with proceeds going to the nonprofit King Center for Nonviolent Change, will end on April 4th. So grab your coins and add them to the big container in the community cafe. Would you like to recenter? We offer meditation before Sunday service, a midweek interlude service with singing bowls, or a Joe Dispenza meditation group. And finally, our annual membership meeting is an important moment in the life of our community, a time to reflect on the year, welcome new members, vote on incoming board members, and honor those who have served. And all are welcome, but only members can vote. And if you'd like to explore what membership is about, our new member orientation could be for you. All the dates are on the PowerPoint slide behind me. Boy, that's a lot of stuff up there. And they're on our website and in our monthly e-newsletter. You can sign up on the website or on a paper form in the community cafe. We invite you to take a look and find your next yes. As you came in this morning, you were offered a red, yellow, or green sticker to wear. This is our friendly, low-tech way of honoring each other's different comfort levels, because we are a wonderfully varied bunch. You'll see the sticker guide on the screen. Aren't they cute? Simply choose the welcome that feels right for you. So, before you lean in for a hug or extend a hand, take a quick peek at sticker colors and honor one another with the kind of greeting that feels just right. And make a point of saying hello to someone new to you. Now feel free to stand and greet each other.
Good morning again. How y'all doing? I could tell I'm from Texas now, huh? How y'all doing? Took me 3 years, but there we go. You guys are rocking it this morning, and just you wait. They've got one more for you that is going to knock your socks off. So should have not spoiled the surprise. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Reverend Nina Clark, and I am the minister here at Unity of San Antonio, and it is my great pleasure to be here with you this morning. Let There Be Peace on Earth is a song that is popular among many Unity churches, and we often sing it to close the service. We say, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And that's one of the lines that are repeated several times in the song. Let it begin with me. Here within the walls and the hearts of this expressing divine idea that we lovingly call Unity of San Antonio, we believe in and practice radical welcome. And I deeply believe that radical welcome plays a significant part in creating peace on earth. Let it begin with me. Let it begin with you. When we practice radical welcome, we chip away at those barriers that society erects between us and those that we erect between each other. By daring to meet the eye of a stranger, by daring to meet the eye of someone who looks different from us and be willing to see them as God manifest, we are practicing radical welcome. I see you. We are expressions of the same ground of all being. I see you. Welcome. Will you do that now? Will you be bold and daring and find the eye of someone that you typically don't make eye contact with and say, I see you. Welcome. And now if we could turn to our online audience and say the same thing. I see you. Welcome. Welcome to Unity of San Antonio. You are welcome here. As I was mulling over ideas the other day, something occurred to me about how we tend to think about spiritual transformation. I think that most of us tend to imagine it happening in one dramatic moment. From the laughter I hear, I'm not alone. Kind of like a movie scene. Maybe you can relate. The dramatic music swells, a beam of light spotlights a scene, and suddenly everything is different. At least that's how I used to think about it. But in real life, transformation looks a little more ordinary than that. It looks like trying again after we've bungled something. It looks like noticing that we bungled something. It looks like owning up to the fact that we bungled something. And it looks like noticing a tiny orange blossom peeking out from a crack in a stone wall that we would have missed the week or even the day before. It looks like catching ourselves in an old story and choosing curiosity over certainty. In other words, it looks a lot like practice. Over the past several weeks, we've been exploring Mirabai Starr's book, Ordinary Mysticism, and the idea that mysticism is not reserved for saints or sages sitting in a cave on a mountaintop. Mystics are everywhere, living ordinary lives, which is why I chose the talk title, The Mystic Nextdoor, for today's final talk. Because if the last 6 weeks have taught us anything, it's that mystics aren't rare spiritual superheroes. For as Mirabai wrote, if being a mystic is about becoming one with the one, then anything that leads to a unitive experience counts as mystical. And so a mystic might be the person sitting next to you. And if you're willing to consider the possibility, the mystic might even be you. Today we arrive at week 7 the final in this series. And my hope is that we've all arrived together at a gentler place with ourselves, a place that where we've begun to recognize that being spiritual is not something we put on, nor is it something we become. It's something we already are, because we are spirit, having an experience in human form. Over the past several weeks, we've been practicing something very simple, yet pretty radical, setting the intention to see with eyes of love and paying attention to the sacred hidden in the ordinary moments. It's a little like when you decide to buy a particular car. So let's say you want a Nissan Versa, and I know everybody walked in here this morning going, I want a Nissan Versa. Before that moment of decision, you rarely noticed Versas on the road. But the moment that you decide that's the car for you, suddenly they seem to be everywhere. Anyone ever had that experience? It's not that thousands of Versas suddenly appeared overnight. They were always there. You just started noticing them. In the same way, when we set an intention to see life with eyes of love and we practice paying attention, something shifts in our awareness. We begin to notice the beauty that was already there, the kindness that was already happening, moments of wonder that we might have rushed past before. We've also been practicing letting go of stories that we paste, or I think Byron Katie says post it over the top of our stories on Post-its. We paste over the top of reality, the assumptions and conclusions that keep us from seeing clearly. And we've been practicing awakening one another through connection. And we've been practicing allowing ourselves to feel, letting life move through us rather than pushing it away. And none of this requires perfection. It only requires practice. In the end, the message of this final chapter almost sounds like a Nike commercial. Just do it. Mirabai compares the unfolding spiritual life to the metamorphosis of a butterfly. And when I first read that, I thought, oh, that's so lovely. And then honestly, I had to wrestle with a moment of my own, but I've read that before. I had to remind myself to be as a small child and to see this analogy through fresh eyes. And so as I sat with Mirabai's words, the more I realized she wasn't describing something poetic. She was describing something painfully familiar. If you've walked any spiritual path for any length of time, this might sound familiar. At first, we're like caterpillars. We inhale spiritual teachings, books, podcasts, workshops, retreats, meditation apps. We are hungry for wisdom. And like the caterpillar, we feel insatiable, consuming everything in sight. We are absolutely convinced if we learn just one more thing, we will finally understand life. The caterpillar stage is the I'm going to figure this all out stage. And just like a caterpillar, we have to shed our skins again and again as we grow. All the things we were so certain about begin to loosen. They begin to dissolve. And when the caterpillar enters the chrysalis phase, everything that the caterpillar was dissolves. Inside the chrysalis, something extraordinary happens. The caterpillar doesn't simply grow wings. It dissolves completely into what scientists call, what's that technical term? Oh, yeah, caterpillar goo. Which, if we're honest, is exactly how spiritual growth sometimes feels, like everything that we thought we knew dissolved. All of our familiar landmarks have fallen away, and things that once felt solid no longer feel quite so certain. The beliefs we inherited, the stories we told ourselves, the assumptions about who we are and how life works, the ground has shifted beneath our feet. Can any of you relate to this? Yeah, I know I can. Mystics have sometimes called this the dark night of the soul, a time of uncertainty where familiar meanings, beliefs, and ego-driven realities collapse, and it can feel quite disconcerting. And somehow, that dissolution, this profound time of not knowing, for both the caterpillar and ourselves, is the ground from which our new selves emerge. And when the butterfly emerges, it doesn't just soar off into the sunset. It flies a little awkwardly, and it's not really even sure where to land. And that, as it turns out, is exactly what transformation looks like in real life. Not a beam of light from the heavens and then poof, perfect understanding, but some awkward flying, learning where it's safe to land, and learning how to trust the air beneath our new wings. And eventually the butterfly lays new eggs, new dreams, new beginnings, and the whole beautiful process starts all over again. But now we're able to see new horizons that we weren't able to see before. I used to think that when the butterfly emerged, when I emerged, that would mean I had arrived. Au contraire. The butterfly has simply entered the next stage of unfolding. She is a creature who has embodied all that the caterpillar learned during its voracious period of eating. The butterfly has died to her old way of being and now begins a new stage of the journey. Sometimes we're prompted into that chrysalis by an event in our lives. And it doesn't have to be as extreme as a diagnosis or a car accident or a great loss. Change of any sort can prompt us to die to an old way of being. When you become an empty nester, life changes. We no longer circle around the activities of our children, and we can feel lost and without direction. Maybe a dear friend moves into another country or a state, and suddenly the routine of our Friday lunches and our Tuesday walks in the park are gone, and we don't know what to do. We feel lost. The planet to which we were the moon is no longer there. Any of these things can prompt us to move into a chrysalis stage, to release an old way of being and allow a different us to emerge. Seeing reality for what it is can do that to us as well. When we start stripping away the stories of what we think should be or what we thought was, we see with fresh eyes. And this can cause us to feel uncertain for a while. The ground under our feet wasn't what we thought it was. But if we stay present to those feelings of uncertainty, we will find our feet again. Much of our suffering comes from our own insistence on being right. Right about how life should unfold, about who people should be, and how events should have gone. So perhaps we should practice getting comfortable with being wrong. If we can get comfortable with being wrong, it will likely be much easier for us to let our stories go. This final chapter also reminds us that the gaze of the mystic does not just focus outward. We must turn it inward as well. We are amazing. We are miraculous. Think about it. We are made of between 28 to 37 trillion cells, all working in harmony with one another. That alone should make us sit down. And somehow, through the miraculous intelligence of an infinite something, we can see, we can hear, we can touch, we can smell, we can speak, we can feel, we can express love. We should look upon ourselves with our mystical gaze and see how improbable we are and how astonishingly miraculous. Perhaps we should begin looking at ourselves with the same mystical gaze that we reserve for sunsets and hummingbirds. We are also invited in this chapter to be kind to ourselves. I think most of us have a habit of flogging ourselves with wet spaghetti. There's a great line from a fantasy series called A Wheel of Time that I find so relevant. In it, one character is speaking to another, and he says, "It's something she said to you, and you keep saying it to yourself over and over and over. 1,000 cuts for her one." When something from our past keeps replaying in our minds, it can become 1,000 cuts for the one. Part of the mystical path is learning to release those stories and letting ourselves move forward. And we are reminded again that living as a mystic is not about perfection. Case in point. When I was in my 20s, the master of the yoga tradition that I and several of my friends belonged to came to the East Coast near where we lived. And that we were excited is an understatement. That my expectations were high was also an understatement. I thought for sure this was when I would get my taste of the bliss that everybody was extolling. The day arrived, and we joined the throng in the park, and my friends and I found a spot not too far from the front, close enough to see, close enough to hear his voice, but I couldn't understand what he was saying, and I'm not sure if that was because I was having trouble with his accent or because he was either speaking Hindi, Punjabi, or Urdu. The day was beautiful, comfortably warm. A light breeze wafted through the trees, and I closed my eyes to meditate while our teacher spoke, and I fell into the rhythm of his words, which sounded like the lyrical buzzing of bees, and I fell asleep. Mirabai writes, "Living as a mystic does not mean you conformed to a preconceived notion of purity and perfection. You abide in your humanity. You are still going to make bad choices sometimes, lose your temper with people you love, engage in addictive behaviors, and get caught in painful thought patterns you believe you should be free of. You're going to collapse into apathy in the face of catastrophic world events. What it does mean is that you can bear witness to your own experience of the human condition with curiosity and tenderness, recognizing that you are an integral member of the vast family of created beings, and that this life is a school for waking up and growing closer to the divine, however you experience it. If I could leave you with one thing at the end of this series, it would be to be both willing and kind. For we will be forever unfolding, revealing more of the divine to ourselves and to each other. We must die to the old before we can be born to the new. Every great master, every great teacher has told us this. Mysticism was never meant to be something we visit once a week or something reserved for quiet moments of meditation. It's something that we practice in the middle of our ordinary lives, in the way we greet one another, in the way we listen, in the way we notice beauty that might otherwise go unseen and unappreciated, and the way we begin again when we forget. There will be days when you feel deeply connected to the sacredness of life, and days when you catch yourself tangled up in old stories again. And that's not failure, that's just unfolding. This path was never about arriving somewhere perfect. In an infinite universe that is forever unfolding, there is no arriving. It's about becoming slowly, imperfectly, and beautifully more awake to the life that is already here. So when you stumble, get up. And when you forget, begin again. And when the journey feels messy or uncertain, be gentle with yourself. because the ordinary mystic's path is not a straight line. It is a spiral of remembering. And you're not alone, remember. Ordinary mystics are all around us. And the very fact that you are sitting in this sanctuary on this morning says to me that you are ordinary mystics. We are all here because we're willing to practice seeing life through eyes of love. We will get it right sometimes, and then there will be times that we only see our stories. But the fact that we're all here just says that we're willing to keep trying. I end every service with the words, "You matter. You make a difference. So let's let it be one of love." And when I say those words and look at your faces, I see a community of people who all say yes to that. And does it mean we'll be perfect? No. But does it mean that we are willing to keep trying? Willing to grow into that? Yes, I believe it does. So keep going. Keep noticing. Keep softening. Keep opening your heart to the wonder that lives in ordinary moments. Because life is a gift, and it can be a grand adventure. And if we shift our perspective just a little bit, we can truly learn to savor all of it. The last chapter reminds us that we're going to feel awkward, we're going to stumble, and we're going to be clumsy with it. But keep going, because the unfolding is absolutely worth it. Every moment you choose love, every moment you choose curiosity over certainty, every moment you begin again, you are being the mystic next door. And trust that the wings you need will grow along the way. Will you join me in a time of reflection? Go ahead and make yourselves comfy in your chair. Let your body figure out how to be comfy. And if you would, allow your eyes to gently, gently close. Or if that's uncomfortable, just soften your gaze and lower it. And all this really does is allow us to pay attention to our internal environment. And take a slow breath in and let it go. And just notice the simple rhythm of your breathing, in and out. And as your body settles, allow your inner eye to open. And as you do, you find yourself sitting in a quiet garden. The sunlight dances gently on the earth as the leaves move to a gentle breeze. Flowers release their heady fragrance and the sun warms your shoulders. And breathe in and out again, just relaxing in this beautiful place. And as you look around, your gaze falls on a small chrysalis hanging from a branch. It is perfectly still, almost invisible, hidden among the leaves. It doesn't look like much, but inside, something extraordinary is happening. Transformation is happening quietly, steadily, guided by an intelligence inherent in its being. And as you observe this small miracle, you recognize something familiar. That just like that butterfly, something in you has been unfolding too. Through moments of attention, moments of surrender, moments of connection, moments of feeling, perhaps sometimes awkward, perhaps uncomfortable, perhaps disconcerting, but unfolding all the same. Allow yourself to rest in that knowing. You are unfolding. You do not have to rush the process, and you do not have to be perfect. Life itself is doing the unfolding. Your only invitation is to stay open, to notice, to begin again when you forget. Take another gentle breath. And as you breathe in, allow yourself to feel a quiet appreciation for the life that is moving through you. And as you breathe out, imagine that appreciation extending outward to everyone around you. Each of us is unfolding in our own way and in our own time. And when you're ready, just gently bring your awareness back to this room, carrying with you the quiet knowing that the wings you need are growing even as we speak. And as we allow this to be so, it is so, and so it is.
In a time full of war, be at peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe.
Yeah, there ain't no much difference between you and me. In a time full of war, be at peace. In a world full of hate, be alive. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be alive. La la la.
Change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen.
'Cause life is but a breeze, better live it. In a place that needs a change, make a difference. In a world full of hate, be alive. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be alive. La 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 la. La 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 la.
In a race that you can't win, slow it down. Yeah, you only get one go round.
'Cause the finish line is 6 feet in the ground. In a race you can't win, just slow it down. In a world full of hate, be alive. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be alive. Yeah, it's hard to live in color when you just see black and white. In a world full of hate, be alive.
once again. Thank you. Hello? There we are. I'm short. Anyway, thank you, Reverend Nina. When you were saying, look and see and look at, it reminded me of something that I saw a long time ago. And when you see something beautiful in someone, tell them. Because it may only take you a second to say, but for them, it could mean a lifetime. And so I try to see something neat, whether it's an earring or a smile or your hairdo or whatever. It's just joyful. It's just joyful. Anyway, thank you again. You're I love it when you start and you make us laugh. That's so great. Anyway. Yay! Okay, back to the reading. Unity of San Antonio thrives because of you. If you would like to make a donation today, giving options will appear on the screen behind me. Thank you for your generosity, for it is together that we co-create this wonderful community. Also, if you would like information about Unity San Antonio's program of regular or recurrent giving, please email or call Kelly in the administrative office with our thanks. I invite you to prayerfully open to the flow of substance in and through and as you. Unity Minister Eric Butterworth wrote, "Build on the awareness of ever-present substance and expand your faith in the ability and stability of your own inner wholeness." Let us allow the truth of these words to establish themselves within us and shift us to a deeper experience of our own inherent abundance. And let us celebrate our abundance and bless our offerings by saying together, I am a living expression of divine abundance. As I give from the fullness of my time, talent, and treasure, I open wide the channels of infinite prosperity. And so it is. Kind of want to make you get up and dance. If this is your first time here, would you please and thank you raise your hands so that we can acknowledge you? Ooh, yay! And if it is your second or third time, will you raise your hands so that we can celebrate your return? Yay! Welcome. We're glad you're here and with us today. In the seat pocket in front of you, you'll find a black envelope that says, "This is for you." Yep, looks just like that. Inside is a short welcome form. If you'd like to stay informed about our community events, just fill it out and hand it to an usher on your way out. We typically send only one, maybe 2 e-blasts a month, and we will never share your email address, ever. And if this is your first time, please get your free copy of the Daily Word. One of the ushers on the way out will give you one. The Daily Word is a unity booklet that offers inspiration and practical teachings through daily affirmative messages. This is our way of saying, thanks for checking us out. In closing today's service, please join us in saying our community blessing and prayer for protection, followed by a closing prayer and song. Please stand if you are able, and let's say together. Beloved friends, I see your divine light. I see your open heart. I see your life transforming. I celebrate your divine identity as you radiate your life in the world. And our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. Power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Before we close our time together, I was reminded that we did forget one important announcement, and that is that Earth Care is having their yard sale this Saturday. Now, this is not the kind of yard sale where you can drop all your stuff off at the church and we'll sell it for you. This is the kind where you rent a table and on Saturday you come and be present at your table and sell the wares, and then the proceeds will go to Earth Care. I believe that Caron will be over in the community cafe, so if you'd like to participate in that, go ahead and reach out to her. And one more before we move into our closing prayer, a small invitation. When we head over to the community cafe, remember that our welcome, our radical welcome, does not end when service does. So if you see someone you haven't met yet, consider pulling up a chair and introducing yourself. Better yet, if you know someone that's new here today, invite to walk them over to the community center so that they can find their way through the maze of the parking lot. I think that sometimes the most meaningful way we live our values of belonging and community is simply by making space at the table where we sit and to wrap our warm welcome around anyone who may be joining us for the first time. Let's be sure that we are opening our circles. So if you would, just take one more deep breath, allow your eyes to gently close one more time if that's comfortable for you. And let's breathe in the power and the strength of divine love and let it light up every particle of our beings. And then as you exhale, imagine that love radiating out all around us, spreading out into the room and beyond the room, eventually finding its way throughout the cosmos. And now if you would, when we do something like this, we actually create an energy field of high vibration. So if you know of anyone who could benefit, or any situation in the world that might benefit from a little higher vibration, I invite you to bring that person to mind, that situation to mind, that world event to mind. Because we know that, even quantum science tells us this now, that the energy waves, the emotional particles, the intention particles that we send out meet with all others of like kind and empower and strengthen all of what we're doing together. We create a web of love, a web of peace, a web of a higher vibration. And now if you would, take your attention and place them on your feet. And let that be a symbol of the knowing that you have, that we have collectively, of our oneness with all of life. And whatever gift that you have received from being in this community this morning, even if you don't yet know what it might be, I invite you to give it space. Allow it to take root in you. And give yourself full permission to be willing to feel, to experience your divine inheritance as beauty, as love, as peace, as wisdom, as intelligence, as harmony, as indeed the light of the world. And let that soak all the way in to the very marrow of your bones. Because this is our time. And we are the ones. We're here. We are the ones. And so I invite you to carry the light that you are out into the world and let yourself shine. Be your full, magnificent self, just as the divine is showing up as you. Because you matter. You make a difference. So let's let it be one of love, shall we? And if this resonates with you, I invite you to join me in saying, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And thank you guys. You were absolutely astonishingly off the charts amazing today. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give it up one more time for Reverend Nina, too. Thank you for that beautiful message today.
Thank you.
Yes. And it's let's just close by thanking everybody that's helped make this work today, make this Sunday service work. We've got our band, amazing band, our singers, two sitting down there, our AV team in the back that makes sure that people on Facebook can get connected to us. We have our volunteers that are always over there helping to prepare those snacks, or welcoming us when we get over there. We've got our host online, and I'm not sure who that was today, but thank you, Facebook host. And we have Inez. Thank you, Inez, for being our host here. And then we have our children's ministry, all of those teachers and all of them that care for our little ones every single day. So thank you. And then especially, just look around for a minute. And as you do that, just come closer, if you would. Just come closer to each other, because we're going to sing Let There Be Peace on Earth. So you're going to want to hold hands. If you're comfortable holding hands. If you're not, please do not feel. But just take a look around at each other. Just look at each other's faces. This is your beautiful community. This is our beautiful community. And it wouldn't be this without you. So thank you for coming here. Thank you for showing up. Facebook, thank you for being here with us in spirit as well. And we love you all. Thank you for being here. And let's sing. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now.